everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play 80 Days. And as we left off in the last session, we were slowly but surely trying to make our way to Egypt, and we're almost there. From where we go after that, I don't know. But for those of you wondering, just in case you may have been, the route I am taking here, I am taking in the route of the places that I personally would find most interesting. So going down through, obviously we went through Nice, where I've been before, really liked the area down the south of France, on to Rome, perhaps my favourite city in the world, and then obviously making our way towards Egypt for some of the ancient history, the pyramids and all that kind of stuff. I've been to Egypt once, wouldn't go back at this current time, but yeah. And then onwards from there towards India, would love to go visit India, and then after that, I don't know. We'll see what comes up on the old map. But yeah, Passport 2, prim and proper, likes to keep himself on top of things in terms of his, freshness, hygiene, appearance, likes the ladies, and likes to tick off Mr. Fogg. That's what we've learned about him so far. Oh yeah, and he likes a drink, particularly wine. So we'll just see where we go from here. Not a clue, just letting the game play out and take me on a wild ride. So we are currently in Antalya, if that's how you pronounce it, and we didn't really have any particular desire to stay here, did we? Or have we stayed and we're ready to go? I can't quite remember. But in terms of the actual plan, apparently we can go straight to Alexandria. If we don't have to individually stop off at every stop. If there is a route that takes you there, a continuous line, you can sort of skip some of the other cities, apparently. We have no desire to stop in Beirut. It's Alexandria we were most interested in. So if we can crack on straight over there, tomorrow at 11 we get aboard the NEFERTITI. So that's what we're going to do. Not quite the right time for it, so all we can do for now is rest up and get ourselves prepared for another journey. On day 13 of the 80, will we make it around the world without going bankrupt? It's going to be a close call, I think. I spent my afternoon rambling around some place, Kalisi, the historical centre of Antalya, which was where I happened upon a group of Turkish dockhands unloading crates of Venetian goods into a warehouse flying the French flag. Of course, being French, that would pique our interest. Yeah, they had a passable grasp of French. No doubt a prerequisite of working for their French employer, one Monsieur Fontaine. It's a bit of small talk. Is he a good employer? I asked politely, simply to make small talk. Alas, my innocent inquiry was not taken as such. Why do you ask? A dockhand fired back, crossing his arms. Perhaps you are Monsieur Fontaine. No, we could play along, but I think Passport 2's a little bit mischievous. I think he is. Yeah, we'll just have a little bit of a game. Although last time we tried to talk to some dockhands, it didn't end so well, did it? Tried to bribe them, I think. But yeah, we'll have a bit of fun this morning. Play along. Oh, holds his hands up. Oh, you found me out. I gave a booming laugh, the sort that Monsieur Fontaine of my imaginings would boom. So shall we present ourselves as somebody who suffered recent heartbreak? No. Why would we portray such a miserable personality? We're prone to making friends, empathetic. Acts of random generosity. Alas, my invented backstory saw me doling out banknotes to these dockhands quite haphazardly. Have you gone mad, Passport 2? Thus I was ensconced in my role. Yeah, I think we're getting a theme that he likes to act as well. Patting down his pockets, now trying to pretend to be other people. He likes the arts, the finer arts, the theatre, the museums. He likes a bit of acting, I think. I spent a cheerful, if deceptive afternoon getting to know my employees and inspecting the merchandise. They cracked open a crate to reveal a treasure trove of Venetian glass, glittering blue-green in the Anatolian sun. Now are we resorting to theft? Money is tight, but I draw the line at crime, and took my leave as quickly as possible before they began demanding a pay rise from me, and made my way back to my own equally mysterious employer. Your funds have gone down a little bit. Oh dear. As if our relationship with Monsieur Fogg needed any more reason to go down south. We've now given away more of his money. Oh dear. Goodbye, Antalya. Oh, we do have 4 hours to explore before we leave, but we've got to be quick. Literally got to be quick. We've got like 20 minutes before our ship leaves. Oh my god, if we miss this boat, there's gonna be murders. We walk the streets, discovering the possibilities for how we might make progress. Right, we gotta go. We gotta go. We got like quick. Go. Run. Higher extra space. Just go. Woo! With 3 minutes to spare. Holy cow! Would have been a day wasted. The merchant trader Nefertiti. Oh. The Nefertiti was a tall-masted Egyptian clipper that sailed around the coastline from Antalya all the way to Alexandria. I was just content to enjoy the ride. You know what? Making small talk. Oh, do you know what? That actually might open up some new possibilities. Yeah, fine. Bit of small talk. Asked the skipper if he considered longer voyages via the Suez Canal, but he only laughed. The fees, young man, are quite extortionate. How extortionate? I asked. He gave me a pointed look. You will not buy me or my boat, he replied, if that is your intention. My liberty is worth more coin than you have. I nodded, and we did not pursue the conversation further. Okay, any news? No. Some conversation. With Mr. Sailor. Hold this rope, would you? What is it you want? Talking about Alexandria. They say Suez is the end of Europe, but in truth, it is Alexandria. Right, so Alexandria to Cairo, we already have a route open there. Alexandria to Suez, do we have a route there? Don't think we do. Is it possible to go from Alexandria to Suez? Indeed, Alexandria is connected to Suez by boat, but the fare is very high. Okay. And we are going to India, Suez to Bombay, I think we know about, don't we? If they're in white, I wonder if we already know about them. Or if they're in yellow, I don't know. I mean, Suez to Lahore, perhaps? Now you listen to me. Some buyers will pay well for engine oil from Lahore. Oh, and we have playing cards. We brought playing cards all the way from London. Finally we found somebody that likes a game. Whist! I'll cut sailor, a new deal. Sounds wonderful. Let's ask about Suez whilst we're playing cards. We know. We're going to Alexandria. We don't need to know anything about it. We'll find out for ourselves. I've heard that collectors in Lahore will pay a huge amount for handheld mirrors from Suez. Oh. Lahore. Okay, so mirrors from Suez sell well in Lahore. Okay, that's worth considering. Suez to Lahore. God, I need to find out if we can get to Lahore from Suez, if we know a route. Suez to Bombay, Lahore. Go on, tell me a bit more about Lahore. The quickest way to Lahore from here is through Cairo. So Cairo's quicker. Okay. Bloody hell, you're having a right old chinwag with this guy. What about Cairo then? You know, some buyers will pay well for engine... Okay. Fine. So we've gleaned a little bit from that. We can get to Suez from Alexandria directly. And that's pretty much it. We need to get to India. The evening drew on, and the crew served gin slings with great cheer. Oh, Oh, gin slings. The captain nodding to me as the liquor was poured. Enjoy, he called, for as long as you are with us. And the ever-growing alcoholic Passepartout saluted him with a glass and savoured the cool drink as the sun went down in fire and smoke across the sea. Have you been to Egypt before? The captain asked. It is truly an amazing place, a birthplace of innovation, of thought itself. Many places make such a claim. What makes Egypt any different? The captain laughed. Most don't have the rocks to back it up, he replied, gripping himself in a most unsavoury way. Do you know that artificers have rebuilt the library? Yes, I did not know. What good building a new library does them, I do not know, since everything in the ancient one was lost, but it gives me hope that my country can be great once more. We landed in the harbour at Beirut just after dark. And we watched the crew. We have no desire to get off at Beirut. Surely this is just a quick pit stop. So they were unloading crates and replacing them with others. It reassured me somewhat to see others with more luggage to carry than I. Okay, off we tootle, skipping Beirut, onwards to Alexandria. News. Terrorist outrage shakes Rome. Zouave blamed. Yes, we almost got blown up. We won't be returning to Rome in a hurry, which is a crying shame. Lovely place. We're not being overrun by terrorists. I woke late the next day, the sunshine, heat and rocking water having lulled me into a very deep slumber. We woke up late. Oh, that's not a good thing. We better get cracking. As much as we would love to catch the view as we enter Alexandria. Isn't this where one of the wonders of the world was? The lighthouse at Alexandria? I think it might have been. Yeah, we'd better attend to Mr. Fogg. We've neglected him lately. We don't want to end up being left behind in some foreign country, as he refuses to take us any further for being an absolutely crap and useless valet. So we attended to him immediately, though unlike most gentlemen, he had managed to successfully dress himself and had even procured a newspaper from somewhere. The sailors were stretched out on the deck enjoying a moment of calm. An hour or so later, they were swarming the rigging and the masts and bringing us slowly into the bustling port of Alexandria. At last! What a trip! We are here! Some of our possessions would trade well, says Mr. Fogg. I agree. Right, something that sells well. We've got 4 cases, holy cow. Eastern spices, valuable here and in high. Well, goodbye spices. There you go. We sold the spices. Desert Traveller set, that's fine. Anything all? Oh, Jeddah, Cairo, engine oil in Cairo. We've got to go to Cairo, but we don't know where we can go onwards from Cairo. It's a bit of a risk. What else do we have here? We have Elastic Wallet, the Urban Traveller set, Pocket Altimeter, Shaving Kit. So Cairo, engine oil, these are just things. Leather braces, Car2, oh yep, valuable here as well. Goodbye braces, lovely. Wait, a bit of coin. Right, Guide to African Airships. We're not really going to go any further into Africa, I don't think, but it is only £1. So just to get a bit of a shufty on the situation, tot of rum, of interest to sea dog and soldier types. Ooh, lubricate tongues and keep even a gentleman. Well, as an alcoholic, I don't think Passepartout would pass up an opportunity to bag a tot of rum. Egyptian scarab, woo, worth a lot of money in Dubai. We're going that kind of way, so I think we'll buy that. And a bolt of silk. Valuable in Bombay. We'll go in that way as well. Bolt of silk it is. Lovely. We've fleeced the market of all its goods. Okay, it literally is just routes within Egypt. Don't think we're going to be going down south, so that was no good. But never mind. Right, let's see if we can plan our journey for tomorrow, get ready. So, yeah. Cairo is 100 miles away, but we do want to go there, and I'm hoping there's going to be a Cairo to Suez route. I'm going to chance it, because we've got something that can sell in Cairo, plus I'd like to go visit. Some bars will sell, yeah, engine oil, that's the one. You can pick up beaten gold rings that will sell for a fortune in Baku. But how do we get to Cairo? What's the trip? Do we know if there's a trip? I don't think we do, you know. We know that there's a trip to Suez, but we never found out if there's an Alexandria to Cairo route, which there must be. There must be. We're going to have to explore, aren't we? Right, hotel first. Okay, so I had been surprised to hear the site of the ancient library of Alexandria had been purchased by the Artificers Guild. The practical ladies and gentlemen of the guild were not the kind to indulge in such sentimentality. Okay, well, we do kind of have an interest in the artificers, so we went inside. The long halls were cooled by some hidden, gently humming mechanism. The students moved about with calm fastidiousness, and naturellement. Everything was in superb working order. Corridors were lit with electricity, and doors slid open as they were approached. As I wandered the campus, I passed a room from which an unearthly green light flickered. Of course, it kind of drew us in like a moth to the flame, and we peered through the keyhole and observed a strange sight. A young woman laboured over a projector of some kind which threw light out onto the wall via a tiny aperture. But from where I peered, I could not see what was projected. Okay, well then we kind of slowly pushed the door open and entered, the better to see. The image projected was a row of scrolls on shelves, nothing more. The woman looked up and pushed a pair of spectacles onto her head. "Who are you?" she demanded. "What gives you the right to barge in like this?" Well, brazen as you like, full of confidence, theatrics coming out once again, we introduce ourselves as if we need to be there, as if we're just, yeah, of course we need to be here. What gives you the right to question me? Passepartout, the most dashing ballet in all of Europe. She looked distinctly unimpressed. Well, Passepartout, barging into experiments is not good for your health or for the nerves of the people you meet. Well, I'm here now, he thinks. Continue on the line of questioning, but pray, what are you doing? I asked, hoping to make some peace between us. It is none of your concern, she replied, but a note of pride warmed her voice as she spoke. But I have been looking into the properties of light passed through a quartz film, and the effect is most extraordinary. She indicated the image of shelving projected on the far wall. He has a way with the ladies, doesn't he, Passepartout? They kind of, you know, snippy, snappy when he barges in on them, but he somehow manages to get them to drop their guards. He's a master man, is he? Masterful stroke of genius this man has. Why is he just a valet and not something more? It did look astonishingly tangible. Well, we'll try to impress, of course. Look impressed. And I remarked as much. It is not a projection, she insisted. You understand the principle of reflection, do you not? That all objects reflect all light. Some light is absorbed, but never all, otherwise the world would turn invisible. Yes. And he can't help but take to admiring the turn of her nose as she spoke, and the words kind of just flew over his head. And he kind of zoned out what she was saying. It bobbed most charmingly. I waved at her to continue her explanation. Her manner became animated. Why then everywhere contains not just new light, but old light as well, bouncing around, trapped like flies in a jar. One only has to filter it through something, say, filmy quartz. She tapped one side of the projector. Amplify what remains, and you are left with this. She pointed at the far wall, and we, again feigning interest, looked more closely at the thick wooden shelves and the rows and rows of scrolls in the image on the wall. That projection is an image from this room, from almost 2,000 years ago. That is one shelf of the Great Library of Alexandria. Passport, if you go close, you can even read some of the text. It's actually quite interesting. We move forward to check when something remarkable happened. A man in a robe walked in front of the row of shelves, took one down and began to read. The woman gasped, and I staggered back against the wall. The man in the film did not notice us, of course, but selected a papyrus scroll, unrolled it, and left the frame of the image. Oh my God! I took a moment to recover. The woman stared at me, clearly doing the same. My friend, we have witnessed something incredible. A camera into the past? She nodded. Well put! She sat down suddenly. I am overwhelmed. The mode of scientific thought, it seems, can produce results beyond the comprehension of the thinkers themselves. I left the woman and her ghostly reading companion and returned to my flesh and bone, Monsieur Fogg. But I could not shake a chill. In the future, would people be able to see me walking these streets, boarding trains and boats with suitcases? Would our escapades become flashing images, so detailed and yet so untouchable? And if progress could create such a thing, what next? I fancied I felt the fingers of future artificers guiding my very steps as I walked. Oh my, what an absolute hoot! Let's have a look. Okay, so we can get a ferry to Suez, but we still don't know how we get to Cairo. She's not helping us at all, so we're going to have to continue to explore just before we go. Explore! New routes discovered! Aha! I think we've got a route to Cairo. I think we have. Yes! It arrives today! Go, go, go! Via car. We're going to have to pay for extra luck. Uh-oh. Bolzet car to Cairo. Only 2 suitcases can be taken, and there is no paying for extra space. There is no way on earth we can carry all of this to Cairo. Oh my God. Why does this game do this to us? And it's only engine oil. Nothing major. So do you know what? Screw it. Screw it. We can't drop our cases. So we're going to Suez instead. Passenger ferry can take all our cases. Goodbye Cairo. Best intentions and all that, but we can't pass by. Right, we have enough room. We've got the partial desert outfit. That's fine. Off we tootle. Passenger ferry. We're off to Suez. We took a small boat from Alexandria to the top of the Suez Canal, which had only been recently opened. We passed other ships very closely. The captain, a curly-haired, genial Egyptian, noticed my unease and grinned. Do not worry, my friend. I have not sunk a boat in, at least a year. A year? I all but screeched. You have not... I noticed his peals of laughter through my haze of terror. It is not kind to mock me. Well, he responded equably, you paid for passage, not for kindness. Yes, but kindness is always a gift, I informed him, trying to infuse my tone with genteel disdain. Sadly, not all men are so gifted, he barked a laugh. Don't worry, my friend, we are nearly at Suez. Mr. Fogg's fine. We'll converse with the captain. Ah, my nervous friend. Passport too. Right, we're just going to check that we have a Suez to Bombay link. I think we do, but we'll just check. You mentioned steamships. I've been told one can sail aboard the SS Thunder from Chittagong to Singapore. Oh, Singapore. Now there's a place I'd like to visit. Okay, Bombay to several other places, apparently. Bombay to Rangoon. Bombay to Bangalore. Asking about Singapore. Merchants in Yokohama will pay fantastic amounts for sheets of tin from Singapore. Very good. Singapore. I don't know where any of these places are. Colombo. Sri Lanka, isn't it? Colombo? Yeah, that's Sri Lanka. Yokohama, Japan. Game of cards. Screw it. Game of cards. If in doubt, play cards. Whilst talking about Singapore, Bombay sewers, talk about Bombay. Why not? Jars of turmeric in Bombay that will sell well for I think we're getting a potential future route here. Bombay to Singapore. That would work. Work our way towards Singapore. As I said, places that I've either been or would like to go. I certainly would like to visit Singapore. How do we get to Singapore? Let's try Bombay to Madras, shall we? Okay. Oh, Panama. Panama City. Transcontinental Express from Salt Lake City to Cheyenne. Okay, Madras to Colombo. Maybe we can get to... Is Sri Lanka west of Singapore? Let's try going to Sri Lanka first. The Columbinese airship. Okay. So there's Madras. Madras to Colombo. Calcutta, Chittagong, Rangoon. Where the hell is Singapore? There it is! From Chittagong! Oh-ho! We've got a route! We've got a route! Okay, so what is the route? The route is sewers to India, somewhere in India, and then somehow we get our way to Chittagong, and then from Chittagong to Singapore! It's all falling together nicely. Our captain was, for all his frivolousness, a deft navigator, and we sailed into the canal at exactly the expected hour. Monsieur Fogg appeared completely uninterested in our timely arrival. Such a cold animal. And here we are. Sewers. Have a look at planning the route then. So yeah, sewers to Jeddah. I wouldn't ordinarily stop in Jeddah. I just want to get to India. But considering that they are both relatively far away from each other, I think we will stop off place by place just to check out the markets. There may be stuff in these places that could sell well in other areas across India, perhaps, and that will maybe help guide us as to where exactly we want to go. So yeah. But I think for now we've been going just short of 30 minutes. So, we could actually move them. I don't know why I'm looking at it in such a faraway angle. But yeah, so we go to Jeddah, go to Aden, across to Bombay, and then from Bombay we have to get to Chittagong. So there's no point going south, I want to thought, unless Bangalore. Yeah, Calcutta. It could be nice. Chittagong, and then off we go from Chittagong to Singapore, then from Singapore up to where? Hong Kong. Potentially. Okay. Yeah, interesting. But let's have a look at what we've done so far. We can actually check out our overview. So around the world, with 17 days and counting, we visited 8 cities, travelled 3,433 miles. Our favourite transport currently is by boats. Travelled 2,000 miles by sea, only 500 by land, and 600 by air. And our character is currently polished. We're flamboyant, theatrical. Valeting, sound. Relationship with Fogg, difficult. Okay, so that's how things are progressing. So join me next time when we continue on our journey, racing around the world in 80 days. Our cash has stayed relatively steady, actually, not too shabby. But yeah, we're making our way towards India and onwards. Let's see what trouble we can get into. Till next time, see you soon.